Okay. Hello, dear friends. Good evening. Such a beautiful, beautiful evening. So the other day, I went to a children's library, and I took some video, but mostly because people are reading books and it's a children's library, it's better not to take too much pictures and not to take a picture of people's face, children's face. So I was just enjoying some books. So I didn't take a picture, didn't make video, but you just get the idea. This is a voice over the pictures of a local library, children's library. Okay, now we will start our story. The name of the story is The Search for the Book of Thoth. Thoth, it spells like Thoth. I think TH, instead of pronounce thought, it pronounced Thoth. So in ancient Egyptian myths, Thoth is the god of wisdom. I told you Thoth. So you just, a lot of knowledge is taught. Thoth is the god of wisdom, all-knowing, magical, and just full of wisdom. Thoth could talk with animals. He could control the earth, and he could control the sky. He could create earthquakes, and he could create meteoroid showers. So powerful. The ibis-headed god was also credited with inventing writing. So what is ibis-headed god? So in Egyptian mythology, a lot of the gods is a combination or metaphoric representation of animals, humans. It's a mixture. And so they get the power of animal, the spirit of the animal, and the human body all combined together. So ibis is a kind of bird and has a hooked back, mouth, a hooked back. So the Thoth, the king of the god of wisdom, is an ibis-headed god. So he has a body of, he has a head of ibis. Thoth created so many things, so powerful, and he created writing. It's a little bit like in Chinese mythology, it's 仓颉造字. The person who created writing is 仓颉. But the truth is it's an accumulation of human intelligence and practice. And it may not be one particular person, but we attribute to one person. So Thoth wrote everything he knew in a book called the Book of Thoth. His own book, the Book of Thoth. Everything he learned, he recorded in writing. The book was a record for the gods. It was not meant to fall into human hands. Nobody, no human person should take a look at this because this belongs to the god. Thoth hid the book, so he hid it, hide it away. He hid the book and covered it with powerful magic. so no human could open it. Unfortunately for young Egyptian prince named Nefacapa, N-E-F-E-R, Kapt, K-A-P-T, T-A-H, Nefacapa, for a young Egyptian prince, Nefacapa, the Book of Thoth would seal his doom. So it's a very, very crucial thing for the prince. Prince Nefacapa examined the ancient scroll for the 100th time. So he read a book, he read an ancient scroll, and that ancient scroll is a roll of paper with words writing on it. This ancient scroll was not Book of Thoth. It was for human use, the ancient scroll. And the young prince watched it, read it, and review it, and contemplate on it for 100 times. There must be something I have not studied, he said. But as the day wore on, he couldn't find anything new to add to his knowledge. So the young prince read the book, the scroll, 1 time, 2 times, 100 times, and he thought he had learned everything. There is no way to add anything new. It's a little bit like student reading the same textbook from beginning to the end of the semester, and every day read it, and taking exam, and there is nothing new about it. It's kind of a not inspiring. It's a little bit boring. You read all the same book. He has read it 100 times. So the young prince thought, how can I become the greatest magician of all time if there is nothing more for me to study? How can I improve myself? How can I become the greatest magician? Nefacapa's young son. Nefacapa has a young son, has a little boy son, run into the study, followed by Nefacapa's wife. His wife is Ahura, A-H-U-R-A, Ahura, followed by his wife. So his son and his wife came in. Mehab, come, sit on my lap. I will teach you a spell, said Nefacapa. So Mehab is the son's name. Ahura laughed. He's too young for that. Don't teach him some spell or something too magical, she said. Come outside and eat. You've been here all day. The sun has almost set down. So his wife prepared the meal, and Nefacapa, although he was a very hard-working prince, he was a hard-working person, but he always makes sure that he had time for his family. He's kind of a family guy. He's a good person. Not only stay in his study, but he also spend time with his family because he loves his family. It's a lovely family, a young, beautiful wife and a little boy. This is the best time in our human life, right? Our human, we have different phase of life. When we were baby, when we were teenager, and the moment we start to have children, and the family become united and have a common goal to bring up the kids, and it's just the best time, the best time. So they had dinner together. After finishing dinner, the prince kissed Mehab, his son, on the head, on the front of his head, and said, "I must go back to work." So perhaps you should go to the temple to pray to the gods. So his wife told him. His wife said, "Not only going to study, you should go to temple to pray." You are right. It's been too long since I visited the temple. I will go now. Then I will go back to my studies. That's a very good idea, actually. From time to time, we need to have a change of our routine. This is one thing. And also, if we only study and forget about to pray, maybe, it's not right. So we should go to the temple first. As Nefacapa, the prince, sped up the temple steps, a carving on the wall caught his eye. So in the temple, in Egyptian temple, there were a lot of wall carving. Use a knife to carve on the door the hieroglyph. What's the hieroglyph? Those words and those pictures. So there were a lot of carving, and there was one particular carving caught his attention, the prince's attention. An old priest stood in the doorway and laughed. You will find no new knowledge in that carving. There is nothing new you can learn from this carving, he said. You have studied many times at the exact same thing, but listen carefully. I can tell you how you can gain the knowledge of the gods. There is nothing you can learn from this picture, but I have something that I can tell you. What do you mean? So the prince was very surprised. Thoth, the god of wisdom, wrote down all of his secrets in a book. And this book is called the Book of Thoth. The old priest told him. Nefacapa nodded. I have heard about it. But Thoth hid it. He did not want anybody to see, and nobody, not any single person, knows where it is. The priest smiled. I know where it is. Give me 100 silver bars and promise to bury me like a king when I die. Then I will tell you. So I can tell you, but I have a condition. Actually, two conditions. One condition, give me 100 silver bars right here, right now. The second thing, wait until I die. The day I die, you bury me like a king, not just bury me like anybody, but like a king. So Nefacapa agreed immediately. Of course, he will agree, right? Nefacapa ran home and prepared the royal barge. So he went back home and prepared a big ship, a big boat. I want to sail at once, immediately, he said to his wife, Ahura. You and Mahab must come with me. I know where to find the Book of Thoth. Ahura was a little bit hesitated. She was hesitating. The Book of the Gods? I don't think we should touch it. It might bring trouble. You know, sometimes woman has an internal instinct, has more caution, has more fear, or has more attention into what is allowed, what is not allowed. I think this world does need woman as a check and balance, as a balancing power. But Nefacapa was thinking only. He could not think about anything else. He only thinks about finding that book, the Book of Thoth. He did not even seem to hear his wife's warning. He ignored. He did not pay attention. He did not want to ignore his beautiful wife. He just so focused on his own thoughts, on his own wish, on his own desire, his own ambition. He could not hear anything. So the young prince was so focused, he could not hear anything. He just went ahead and prepared. So the family left their home in Memphis, Egypt. Not Tennessee, Memphis, in Egypt. Memphis was a place in Egypt. So their family left Memphis and sailed up the Nile River until they came to the town of Coptos, Koptos. They arrived a town, they sailed along the Nile River, and arrived in Coptos. It's a little bit like Memphis, there is this water boat. They took a big water boat and arrived at Coptos. When the local temple priests saw the royal barge approach, the big boat, beautiful boat, arrived. They came down to the water's edge. A lot of priests came out to see what is happening. The royal family came here. Welcome. What has brought you to Coptos? They asked the prince. We are coming here for the Book of Thoth. Nefacapa told them. The priests were surprised. They were so surprised because very, very, very few Egyptians knew about the book location. Nobody knows. It's a very well-kept secret. Nobody knows. How could this prince know? So they were very surprised. It's here, one of the priests said. It's underwater, under the Nile River water.